Hey, what's going on everybody? Today we're going to be showing you how to make my version of Princess Zelda from her alternate appearance in Smash Brothers and also based off of the Twilight Princess. I want to take this time just to say thank you for coming to my channel. If you liked the video, hit a thumbs up, subscribe so we can get more content like this coming your way. Anyway, we're going to jump right into her. You're going to be picking the Hidden Village Clan female, and for her height, you're going to make her slightly short. Next up, all the values you see here are going to be -20 except when you get to the thighs. For her thighs, we're going to make them a +8, and then for her stomach, we're going to make that a -1. And then after that, we're going to head to her chest and make that a -3. After that, the muscle definition is going to be a 1. Next up, for her face, we're going to be picking the female face 10. After that, the hair is going to be braided ribbon. And then moving on to the eyebrows. Our eyebrows are going to be eyebrows number 6. So, pick eyebrows number 6. For the voice, doesn't really matter. You can do what you want. But I picked Cool-Headed Captain. And, this is tripping me out. Anyway, for the vocal tone, we're going to be picking 4. And then for her pitch, we're going to be picking 8. Next up, we're going to be hitting these colors. So we're going to go down to colors, and for her skin color, we're going to be using the values of 30, 0, and 7. And for her underwear, we're just going to go ahead and put 1, 0, 8. Next up is the hair. The first slot for the hair is just going to be 28, 0, and 1. For this first upper slot of the hair, 28, 0, 1. Next up, the next hair slot, we're going to be doing 28, 0, 1, which is virtually the same thing. But in the second slot, we're going to be doing 0, 0, 1. The third slot, we're going to be doing 0, 0, 1 as well. And for the fourth slot, we're going to be doing 0, 0, 1 as well. Next up, we have the eyebrows. Eyebrows are going to be 28, 0, and 1. Next, we're going to be doing her eyes. For her eyes, we're going to be doing 28, 39, and 4. The whites of the eyes stay default. Alright, next up, we're going to be picking her clothing items. So we're going to go ahead for the second item. We're going to be using Siong earrings. For the third, where basic clothes are, we're going to be using Zephyr costume broken. Moving down, none, and then for the skirt, the dress area, we're going to be using Rococo skirt. Next up, we're going to be using a training belt. And then after that, for her neck, we're going to be using Gothic jewelry. Alright, next up, we're going to be go ahead and putting on a long pile Holland. And then after that, we're going to be using the pauldrons. And then for her stockings, we're going to be using Siong Strong stockings. And that's just so you can see what it looks like right here. And then going down to her shoes, we're going to be using the Engineer's long boots. Next up, we're going to go ahead and put on some equipment. The first equipment piece is going to be the Defender's Tiara. And the values I'm going to give you, you're going to put it on her head. For left and right, it's 0. Up and down, it's going to be -2. For backwards and forwards, it's going to be -1. The width is going to be -13. The length is going to be -14. The thickness is going to be -7. And the verticality, well, the rotated vertically is going to be a +20. Next, we're going to be using the Aristocrat's earrings. So that's going to be on the head. And to move it up and down, we're going to go +15. Backwards and forwards is going to be +6. The width is going to be -30. The length is going to be a +45. The thickness here is going to be a 23. The rotating it vertically is going to be a 5. And then horizontally, it's going to be a 94. And then the angle is going to be a -14. And then moving on, we're going to go ahead and pick regular earrings. So picking the earrings, which are right here, going to put them on her head. And these are the values. Forwards and backwards is going to be a -1. For the width, it's going to be a 4. For the length, it's going to be a negative 23. And for the thickness, it's going to be a negative 33. Alright, now that we have these done, we're going to go ahead and start hitting these colors. So for the earrings up here, we already did this. This is the base colors. Up here, we're hitting the earrings. The earrings are default color with a saturation of 4. Next up, the costume is going to be 504 for the Zephyr costume. 504. The next slot is going to be 002 for the second slot. Third slot is going to be 11, 8, and 6. 11, 8, and 6. And then for the last slot, we're going to be using 804. Next up, the dress. We're going to go ahead and put a pattern here. We're going to be using Western pattern 18. And then we're going to go ahead and make the colors 004. Next is going to be 004 as well. And for the last one, we're going to use 896. Now for the sizing of it, we're going to make it 4 clicks away from the right side. So from this end part, it's going to be 4 clicks over to the left. And then the angle is going to be 25 clicks from the center. So from the default position, you're going to go 25 clicks to the right. Next, we're going to be using Western pattern 20. And the colors are going to be 9, 55, and 4. And the next color is going to be 8, 33, and 8 for that second slot. 8, 33, and 8. And I apologize if I'm speaking a little fast because I'm actually doing this after I'm re-watching the video of me doing it, and I have my notes that I'm going over. Anyway, it's going to be 8, 33, 8. And then that last slot is going to be 21, 0, and 4. And then the trim is going to be 25, 9, and 5. The trim for the dress. Next, we're hitting the belt. It's going to be 18, 0, and 4. And alright, next we're going to be doing the necklace. 21, 9, and 7. It's going to be the first slot of the necklace. And then for the second slot, it's going to be 23, 57, and 4. And again, you can just follow along with the video itself. I'm kind of just giving a vocal walkthrough. For the gloves, the first slot is going to be 404, and the second slot is going to be 25, 9, and 9. And now we're going to go ahead and hit the pauldrons. The first slot is going to be 20, 0, and 1. And the next slot, we're going to use the Western pattern 18. And the colors are going to be 1901 for the first slot. And then for the second slot, we're going to be using 30, 0, and 4. And then for the third slot, we're going to be using 31, 0, and 4. And the size is going to be 5 away from the edge. Like 5 away from the right side. And then the other value is going to be 18 from the center going to the left. So 18 clicks to the left from the center. And then the last color is going to be 31, 0, and 1. And then going next to our stockings, our values are going to be 004 for the first lot, 004 for the next lot, 004 for the third slot, and then the default color. And this is just so you can see what it looks like. Moving on, the shoes, we're going to have 1001 for our engineer's boots. And then the next slot is going to be 074. Again, my apologies for talking so fast. Just pause the video if you need to, watch along. You know, this is just more of a guide. Alright, the tiara, our colors are going to be 31, 0, and 9 for the tiara. And the earrings, colors are going to be 20, 8, and 6. And then for the next slot, we're going to have 23, 52, and 7. This is for the second set of earrings that are on her crown. So 23, 52, and 7 for that second slot. And then the earrings on her ears, they're going to be 26, 49, and 4. Excuse me. Next, we're going to go ahead and hit these stickers on her kind of like tank top area. We're going to go with motif number 9, and the color for that is going to be 004. So it's going to be black. But just so you can see it, I'm going to change the color right here so you can kind of see what we're working with. It's going to be on upper body projection. The size is going to be 51. The vertical move angle is going to be -6. I hit a -5 there because I didn't like the way it looked. -6 or -5, whatever one looks good to you. And we're going to hit motif number 47. And then the color value is going to be 15, 0, and 8. And they're going to be on the hips as a projection. And the size is going to be 51. The vertically angle is going to be -5. Your horizontal angle is going to be -1. And you're going to flip it on the verticality, yes. The next one is going to be motif number 2. And we're going to put it at the color values 13, 7, and 9. And it's going to be on the hips as a projection. And the size is going to be 18. The vertically is going to be 25. Horizontally is going to be -2. And we're going to go ahead and make this color up here 13, 7, and 9. And this is for the Triforce here on her lower dress portion. And then the next slot over here is going to be motif 2 again. This time we're going to make it a rotation so that we can get it smaller. So it's a rotation on the hips. The size is going to be a 1 all the way to the left, a 1. We're going to move it on the axis to a +19. The circumference is going to be a -1. We're going to flip it on for vertically. And then the color we're going to make it is 8, 38, and 4. Alright, and then our last thing here, we're going to use motif number 6 as a projection. And the color values are going to be 19, 50, and 9. And then we're going to go ahead and it's the hips as a projection. The size is going to be 0, and we're going to move it up vertically 42. And next we're going to go ahead and pick the style of Amy. So she has Amy's soul for her weapon. And it's going to be the Ishni Garab. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Color value is going to be 31, 0, and 4 for the first slot. Second slot is going to be 17, 8, and 5. And the last slot is going to be 23, 54, and 4. With a saturation of 9. And for her, and I think I changed the value here just for my own little taste. But default color for the weapon swing. And she is basically done. And for the photo, I just used the pose number 8 with a background of 160. We hide the weapon and we try to go ahead and snap her, just doing like some Zelda-like stuff. But anyway, I want to get to a bonus here. I actually have a bonus for you guys. I have the original color for her from Twilight Princess that I made. If you would like to see a video of me doing that, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, let me know if you like me talking at this speed or if you would rather me slow it down. I initially had a slower version of this video, but it was going to be about 30 minutes. And I personally think that's a little long for a tutorial video. I know that, like, if I was looking for a tutorial video, I would want the person to probably get right into it instead of really making it longer than it needs to be. But again, you guys are the viewers, so you just let me know. You want me to talk slower? Excuse me. You want me to maybe just do a video where I'm showing you the values and not talking at all? Let me know. Leave me your feedback. I look at the comments. I love feedback. It's much appreciated. And that's going to be it for the video. So everyone take care. Have a great day or evening. And I'll see you in the next video.